2025 is going to be an incredible year for gacha games. We're anticipating quite a few of them, some more than others admittedly, and there is one in specific that I think when it was originally announced, the anticipation was probably off the charts. This was more anticipated than Azure Permelia, more anticipated than Arknights Zenfield, more anticipated than Ananta. And then it, you know, the anticipation, excitement, hype just kind of dissipated. Now I am very excited still to play this. My expectations are not very high admittedly, and I do hope I am wrong about this, but let's go ahead and take a look. The 7 Deadly Sins Origin global pre-registration and Steam wishlist. Right, dude, I forgot that was even coming. I actually damn. Okay. Like, I knew it was coming, but I actually didn't know it was coming this year. I don't even know what to think of a 7 Deadly Sins Origin chat when it was first announced. Genuine question, how many of you were excited for the 7 Deadly Sins Origin? Because when this was first announced years ago, I remember looking at this and thinking, holy crap, that's a Genshin game set in the 7 Deadly Sins world. And this, to me, at the time, looked beautiful. But now, looking at it, I don't think that's the case anymore. I don't know. To me, it's starting to look really dated. When it was announced, it looked good. Now it looks like that. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I think years ago, it looked really good. But now looking at it, when you have games like Azure Permelia, Arknights Zenfield, Ananta, Silver Palace, this just doesn't look that good comparatively. Now, I'm still gonna play this, and I'll still probably have fun in it, but I highly doubt I'm gonna, you know, main it or play it as a main game. The reason I don't have faith in this, and I would love to be wrong here, like I would love for the 7 Deadly Sins to be released and for the 7 Deadly Sins Origin to be an incredible gacha game, because it's open world, it's an action game, so it's just like Genshin, just like Woolwatch, just like Azure Permelia, so I would love for it to dent the market, make an impact on the market. But, you know, it's Netmarble. It's Netmarble that's in charge. And they really don't have the greatest track record when it comes to games. Looking at their website, they have King Arthur Legends Rise. I did a sponsored video on that. At the time, it was honestly a perfectly fine game, but it never took off. It never really achieved any kind of success or popularity, but it was very paid to win. And that's fine, because plenty of games are pay to win, you know, that's perfectly fine. They have Game of Thrones King's Road. I know a lot of people have asked me to do a video on that. I'm just not interested. Solo Leveling Arise, that, you know, that's a solid game, a decent game. That's probably their most popular game, I think. They did Tower of God New World, that was a travesty. Grand Cross Age of Titans, now that game was bad. 3.7 stars, yes, that game was very bad. 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, that's actually another decent game. A3 Still Alive, this was a horseshit MMO. This is actually one of the worst MMOs I'd ever play. They wanted to sponsor me for this, but I turned them down because I couldn't bring myself. Why is it so small? Why is it so small? What is with these images? I couldn't bring myself to do it because it was just ugly autoplay trash. Horrifically pay to win. They have Blade and Soul Revolution. This is another example of a horrible game. Horrible autoplay trash MMO on mobile that is also heavily pay to win. Not at all good. I played it, I've done a video on it, I do not like it at all. They have Lineage 2 Revolution. This game redefined the mobile MMO genre. Every game wanted to be Lineage 2 Revolution. And since then, every game has been. Autoplay, auto combat, auto pathing, pay to win trash. I hated every second I played of it. And then Ni no Kuni Crossworlds. This is probably one of the biggest travesties of all time. This is a beautiful game with a great story. Great world. I think it was voice acted, right? I'm pretty sure it was voice acted. They did so many things right with this game, and then they ruined it. Didn't they add in crypto and shit? I recalled the NFT dumpster fire that was Ni no Kuni Crossworlds from a year ago. Yeah, so it was NFTs. Yeah. Ni no Kuni Crossworlds blockchain features explained. Was recently released to global, and it did so well. When it released, I don't believe it had crypto. I don't believe it had NFTs or blockchain, and it was so good, chat. Man. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. In March, Netmarble unveiled its new gaming blockchain ecosystem, Marble X. The company tends to attach its many gaming IPs to the Marble X blockchain, including Ni no Kuni Crossworlds. They want to attach many of their gaming IPs. That's one of the reasons that I don't have the highest, the most faith in Seventh Day Sin's Origins, because at any moment they could pull a bait and switch like they did with Ni no Kuni Crossworlds and implement. So when does Seventh Day Sin's Origin ultimately ends up declining, right? In players, in revenue, you know they're going to implement blockchain. Like, that's going to happen. This is done by implementing in-game features through which players can acquire tokens that they can use outside the game. They had Territe tokens, Asterite tokens. You can apply them by playing the game, go into the Marble wallet, blah, blah, blah. Other games that are included with the blockchain are A3, that was a shit game, Monster Arena, King of Fighters Arena, Meta World. So they're planning a lot. Wow. Unfortunately, things are already going downhill before Netmarble could even begin implementing NFTs. This is shown on Reddit. In the post, they share how players can easily purchase extremely overpowered PvP items, which would inevitably create an imbalance between players. In short, anyone can pay to win. So in Ni no Kuni Crossworlds, you could apparently use blockchain to sell the best gear in the game, and therefore, by extension, buy the best gear in the game. And honestly, same people, same outcome, potentially, not definitively. So I really, really, really want the Seventh Day Sin's Origin to be good. I really, really, really want Netmarble to actually push out a good game for a change. But I feel like at the same time, it's, I don't know, a little bit wishful thinking. Dude, she looks so cute. Like some of the characters in this game look really good. Like check out her, chat. Isn't she cute? Not him, her. Isn't she a cute character? This game has so much potential. There are functional mounts. Like you can see her riding that. So, I don't know, is there flying? I think there might be. You can construct ships. Like, there are so many cool features in this, but I don't know. I feel like it's being heavily limited by the developer and the publisher, because I do not have any faith in them at all in any capacity. And I feel like they're just gonna completely screw it up like they screw up all their games. So many of their games are like 3 stars. It's horrible. Man, it's not gonna go well for them. Yeah, and then that's gonna make the PvP very pay to win too. So the PvE is gonna be pay to win, the PvP is gonna be pay to win. Oh, no, Nintendo isn't suing them? No. A solo leveling added blockchain? No, but that's because solo leveling is still also relatively successful. So there's no need for them really to add blockchain. I just have a feeling that when, the games ultimately end up doing poorly, they will. That's just my fear. They make really pay-to-win games, and they make really predatory games too. But I mean, if you're interested and you want to, you can right now navigate on over and wishlist a game. I'm gonna play it, and you guys know for a fact, if it sucks, I will 100% talk shit about it. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.